last couple of weeks. Just been really busy. And I am back, and I'm going to be doing some more like live streams, maybe some videos as well. But today I'm going to be on F1 2019. This weekend is the Brazilian Grand Prix, so we're going to be doing the Brazilian Grand Prix this weekend. And we're going to be going with a team of McLaren, and I'm going to be going as Lando Norris for this episode. We're going to go for the Brazilian Grand Prix. We'll be doing the full race. Formation lap on. We're setting it to 70 as the hardness. We'll have a one-shot qualifying. AI is going to be 70% on that. Safety car is going to be on. Everything's going to be on. And let's go do this. So one-shot qualifying to begin with. So yeah, so only one chance really to show what we have in our lap times. Yeah, so I'll be doing some more like live streams and stuff, because not really been doing that. So, and I do apologise for that. So we're going to be doing some F1.
Welcome to qualifying here in Interlagos.
So here we go then. We'll be starting on the soft tyre, because right, so car setup. You know what, we're just going to be going as it is. Let's go onto track. And here we go then. Oh, for God's sake. Just obviously don't have what it takes with the McLaren. And we qualified P13 with the McLaren. Just
qualifying finished. It's time to remind ourselves
so
of our top three: Bottas, Hamilton, and Charles Leclerc. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
my teammate's another half a second in front of me. He's in P7. So I went Valtteri Bottas on pole position, then it's teammates Lewis Hamilton in second place. That covers the front row. On row 2 we have Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari and Max Verstappen with the Red Bull. Row 3 we have Sebastian Vettel in the Ferrari and Alex Albon. On the 4th row, we have the McLaren of Carlos Sainz and Kevin Magnussen in the Haas. Row 5 we have Sergio Perez and Kimi Raikkonen. Row 6 we have Grosjean and Ricciardo. Row 7 we have myself as Lando Norris and Lance Stroll. Row 8 I think is this row 8? Yeah, row 8 is Daniel Kvyat and Nico Hulkenberg. Row 9 is Pierre Gasly and George Russell, and then row 10 is Giovinazzi and Robert Kubica. So, I think what we need to do now is just see where we can get up to.
It's time to...
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Right, and let's go into this race.
Okay, go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
Does feel much better on the with the turning as well. Footy has a set, hello mate, can you play online? Maybe in a bit, mate.
ETA is about 15 minutes.
Maybe in a bit, mate. We'll be doing this, and then I don't know what else I'm going to be doing. So obviously qualified in P13, which is quite a bad start down, but it'll be an exciting race to run. Aim is probably top 6 is where I'm going to be aiming, so best of the rest really from P13. Here we now go line up for the Grand Prix. Oh, I go way too quick. Go through the middle of the cars there. So obviously this will be the full race. So how many laps? It will be the full race of 71 laps. In here we go. For the 5 red lights in Brazil, and it's off and we're away, and I get an absolute atrocious start. Didn't have hot lap on, that's why. And look at this already. Put hot lap on and we're already back up into P14. Oh, Stroll down into P15. And am I going to have Hulkenberg? Yes, I am. Going into turn 4. And Grosjean's ahead of me with fighting Daniel Ricciardo. I'm going to hang back here. I'm going to take a lunge down the inside of Grosjean. He left the door open. And we've took that nicely. And up into P12. Oh, we're onto the grass. Oh, and that is contact there.
Damage to your wing. Damage to your wing. Suggest we box to change it. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Got that confirmed?
So we're boxing this lap because of front wing damage, which is very unfortunate for us. Just couldn't slow down the car in time. So we will be going after Kubica as fast as we can. I think if we pit again, we'll probably go with downforce as 5.
Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left.
And pretty much with a really bad start. It's really hard to turn this car. No idea why. But anyway, really good middle sector there.
Reduce the ERS deployment, please. We need to charge the battery.
Just need to watch out for the ERS
Okay,
deployment.
3 now. DRS has been enabled.
Just really hard to control this car.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Oh, right, rain in 10 minutes then. We ain't going to be giving up though, we're going to be fighting this McLaren through the whole race. It's a long race to go though. So we have took off a second from Kubica in this lap. On lean fuel and no ERS deployment.
Our gap to the car in front is 16.6 seconds.
Unfortunately, this is going to be a very hard race to get back into. Excuse me. Right.
Gap to teammate ahead is 20.4 seconds.
I'm going to keep it on low and off lean now. I'm asking for a lot through this car now.
And burn some of this energy.
We're just going to keep the RS through until the straights, then put it back onto lean through sector 2 to charge it all back up again. It's gone hot lap again now. on the straights. Gives a bit more power on the straights.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap for the race. The gap to the car ahead is 10.8 seconds.
So we are catching the car ahead quite fast. I think our aim's just to get into the points for where we are and how much catching we have to do and overtaking. We seem to be quite quick.
That was the fastest lap of the race.
In the sectors 1. So I think that's where we're making our most of the time is in sector 1. But this lap we're not going to be making any time because we go wide into turn 2. Maybe just trying to put my ERS deployment down so we get good traction from out the corners. As we run wide into there. This time we're going to put the fuel up instead of the ERS deployment. As we can see the back of Kubitsa's car, which is 5 seconds ahead, I think. We'll keep ERS down and put the rich fuel mix up for a lap.
Gap to car in front is 5.0 seconds.
As we now go towards turn 4, see at the end of the straights, there Kubitsa and Giovinazzi having a fight. And it's just turning into a load of races here in the Brazilian Grand Prix. So having a damaged front wing.
Set the ERS mode to overtake. We have to push.
To get to Kubitsa. And here we are now on the back of the Williams and the Alfa Romeo. But onto hot lap. And DRS deployment as well. What are we going to do? We're going to stay to the outside of Kubitsa. Oh, that was very tight indeed. We go right the way around. Stay behind Giovinazzi for the next corner, but we get a lovely thing into the next corner, and we do get the extra DRS as well, because at the detection point we're always ahead of Giovinazzi. No, behind Giovinazzi, so I say. Next target is Russell in the other Williams ahead.
Radar suggests some weather is going to hit in around 5 minutes time, so stay on your toes.
5 minutes. Go super wide into the last corner. We probably won't get DRS from off George Russell. I'm afraid we haven't. Put ERS onto 2. We are 2 seconds behind George Russell, and again we go wide again. So it'll compromise this lap as well. Probably won't get DRS detection on the start-finish straight. So
Creating some breathing space between you and the car behind by a few seconds per lap.
go wide again, not focusing on the braking zones at all. But we have closed up to the back of George Russell. So we should get DRS from off him, and we got the whole line of cars ahead. As well, P13 man is in front of...
Increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge.
Magnussen, I think. So with George Russell, we should be able to pass him into turn 1. So we have DRS with hot lap. I'm going to come from a mile back, and we go wide. It's going to leave the door open for him to come back and take it again. This is really scruffy from me. Put it back into no ERS to charge it up through sector 2. A really good place to charge up your ERS is in sector 2. So lots of braking zones and heavy ones in some cases. And we thought about lunge on George Russell, which is a bit too far back. And look at this, lovely overtake there. We get a nudge from him as well.
Nice move. Good job.
But put ERS up to 5 and fuel mix up to rich, and see how far we can get with the DRS as well. Gasly and Magnussen are fighting in front of me. I'm coming along very quickly indeed. This next DRS zone is just up ahead if we can keep with him. Oh, lovely there. And I've got DRS. Which way am I going to go? I'm going to come down the outside of Gasly, if I can make it stick. And I've made it stick. Lovely move there. And Kevin Magnussen's the next one to target. This is for P15. And I've made a lunge down the inside, which I don't think I've got any damage. No, I do not. So this is good movement up the field. Daniel Kvyat is the man who is in P13. That's where I started, due to the bad qualifying. And I've just got a better traction out of that corner to compare to what Nico Hulkenberg has. And I have the DRS as well, going down towards turn 1. He's got DRS from off Kvyat, and I'm going to stick to my line, to the inside line. Get ERS as well.
Battery charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy.
Just more traction on the car. And I've got a bit of damage to my front wing. Back into P13 though, which is good. I go wide again. I think we're into 11 now, into 12. close right back up onto him. We've put it up to high because we don't have much ERS deployment. But Grosjean does not have DRS, and we have DRS, and we're going to fly past him. As you see, next person ahead is Ricciardo, and Grosjean just misses his braking point there, crashing into my car. But he does get the DRS. I'm going to be covering him off, making him go to the outside of the line. Weather forecast.
Repeat that. There's interference.
Oh, and I go wide. Weather report.
Dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Is there any rain coming soon then? Because you said that there'd be some different weather coming soon. I don't know. When is it going to come?
Trailing our teammate by 13.3 seconds.
So it seems like Carlos Sainz is doing a good job, wherever he is in the race. And it looks like they have caught me up once again. I'm pretty much a certain duck.
Okay, gap ahead is 6.0 seconds.
And the rain has started to fall, I think. Just spots of rain.
Battery charge is high. Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace.
I think if we pit in too early for the intermediates, we might lose out to other places where we could have got them, so I'm going to stay out for an extra lap.
Okay, the boots aren't looking too worn at this point. We should have plenty of life left in them. Let's make sure we keep managing them properly. Plus 1 lap of extra fuel. Fuel target plus 1.
I'm going to pit on the same lap as Dan Ricciardo pits in, I reckon, because just the fact that he's my next man to fight, and if I can keep 3 seconds with him.
Let's be mindful of the conditions. The track is getting wetter. Recommend you stay out for now though. We'll be much slower if we move on to inters this early.
Okie dokie. Put up to standard now, because we've had it on filling for quite a long time. So if you guys wasn't here for the start of...
Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Confirmed.
We'll try and push for an extra 2 laps then. If you guys wasn't here for the start of the Grand Prix, make sure you go watch that before you come to here, just because of what's been going on. I'll tell you anyway, we had a very bad start, and then on the final corner, on going up to turn 1, I clipped someone with my front wing and had to go into the pits and get brand new tyres and everything. So I've had to come from P20.
You're catching the car in front by a second per lap.
So it looks like Daniel Ricciardo's struggling for maybe temperature in his tyres or some sort.
The car behind has started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form.
Which is good, because then yeah, go too wide again.
This rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future.
Around the outside of Daniel Ricciardo, that's a nice move up into P11.
8.4 seconds.
He's going to have the next lot of DRS. Going into turn 4. And he takes the inside line, which is very fair play to him. And I can't get the traction from out that corner to do the switcheroo, so Daniel Ricciardo has got back into P11. We try and stick it out and we can't. We don't have the grip, unfortunately, but as you come down into the hill, I'm getting right onto his gearbox and unfortunately couldn't make a move. Just trying to get the best traction out of there as possible. And we're going to switcheroo, going it to the inside line. Going to push him wide. Didn't mean to push him that wide. So this is where round 2 is going to be coming, and I've pretty much got better traction in the tyres.
Okay, even though we're seeing cars struggle in these conditions, if we pit for inters now, we're going to be too slow and we'll burn them out. Make the best of it for the time being.
So we're into P11, Stroll's up ahead. I'm 6 seconds behind Stroll for 1 point in this race. But still 51 laps to go. Something could happen in those 51 laps.
The gap to the car ahead is 6.9 seconds.
So it looks like everyone is struggling for grip as well again. I'm struggling for grip. just because of slippy surfaces. Can't slow down the car in time as well. Keep it into third gear. Oh. And again.
Gap to teammate ahead is 11.8 seconds.
There's just no grip out here at all. I'm just now falling away from Stroll.
Let's use some of this energy. Increase the ERS deployment. We're getting very close to the crossover point now. Stay out if you have the pace, but as soon as you hit the limit, come and put the inters on.
Box for inters.
The tyre situation is pretty touch and go right now. We think the slicks may still be quicker, but it's very close, and you're going to struggle to keep them in the temperature window. The inters are ready when you need them.
Next pit stop, inters.
Couldn't receive that. Repeat the message.
So intermediates.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Because there's no grip at all out here. So the box this lap. As you can see, just struggling to slow down the car.
Carlos is in the pits. Exit now. You'll be racing as you leave the pits. Go, go, go. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
So Gasly's obviously stayed out for another lap.
Fuel is looking really good. You're managing it well.
No, just no heat into these tyres at all. At the moment.
The radar's showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain.
As Gasly does pit into the pits, we come round.
The car in front is 7.1 seconds.
No, we just can't keep it on the track. And so we go again. And it looks like we can keep it on the track now, so... No, we can't. Can't keep it on the track at all. No! Slow down. Oh. For God's sake. Can't slow this car down.
You're dropping a second a lap to the car behind. 1 second.
That looks like next lap then he'll be right at my gearbox. Away from this lap, to be honest. The way I'm going with these inters. Probably got more chance at the wets.
Okay, gap ahead is 8.6 seconds.
And we've not done too bad, to be honest. Just probably losing a tenth to him in some of the sectors, but Hulkenberg has closed it quite nicely to me now. So, what I have to do is just try and defend him off.
Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy.
I've got an ERS 5 and standard as the fuel. We seem to be alright now.
Our gap to the car in front is 8.6 seconds.
We're just letting them close up on us now. We are. Which is not good at all. Just can't seem to keep this on the road. He's going to be gaining and gaining and gaining it all down this straight. We left it open for him. Yeah, he's going to get us into the next braking zone. No, he just doesn't have the pace. It seems like. No, slight oversteer there. Just really struggling for grip. Just trying to maximise out all the space that we can use to keep Hulkenberg behind. Yeah, that's him past. I think. No, he kept him behind. Could have keep him behind there, but we're going to go so wide indeed.
Okay, I think the track will be drying out quite soon. Mind you don't burn out your tyres.
I don't think I can get any higher than P11. But it would have been a good race, to be honest. Don't think I can get Stroll, but I'm going to give it absolute maximum effort.
The gap to the car ahead
No,
is 11.5
that's it, we're off.
seconds.
We're off. And I think we can't even get Hulkenberg now. This has just turned out to be a no grip. My brakes are just not working at all. Grosjean's even now catching. How fast Grosjean's catching. Uh oh. He's past. I want to go try and hold him off. I've tried to hold him off, but I don't know how long I can hold him off for. Yeah, Hulkenberg's just gone. I can't keep up with this pace anymore on these inters. Set up 31 out of 71.
I don't think the line is really dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a while longer.
I thought he was going to come around the outside of me. But maybe not.
We're at +1 lap of extra fuel. Fuel target +1.
just trying to do everything I can.
Gap to car in front is 8.3 seconds.
Just to keep anyone behind me.
Increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge. The gap to the car behind is 3.9 seconds. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Copy.
There's no grip at all. I think we might be onto a dry track.
A new strategy is available on the MFD. Copy that.
I'm just really struggling.
Carlos is in for his stop.
I think it's just my driving error, which is going to make me slow.
We're no longer sure that these tyres are the right ones. It might be time to come in and change.
That's what we are doing this lap.
Go. Exit now. We're racing on the exit. Complete. Go now.
So we're going to be racing on the exit. We're going to be racing on the exit, going to go down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo here, and George Russell's the next one to catch. Go down the inside here as well. Just can't keep to slow the car down. Bloody hell. I see George Russell on the inside, so I've got to try and keep as wide as possible. I've got the inside line into the next chicane.
Okay, gap ahead is 12.1 seconds.
Blue flags? For who? There's blue flags, but I'm in P12 and George Russell's in P13. I'm not letting him past.
Blue flag.
Who is it? This is for Bottas. Not for you, Daniel. Not at all, mate. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, for God's sake.
Let me know you're okay.
Oh, I'm out. That's it. Let's go replay that again. It's me trying to correct the error in the wall. So, as we come in, so as we come onto the grass look, we're trying to turn in. As we come back onto it, we slide. As you see, the back end doesn't like it. We're trying to correct it. And correct it too much. And by the time I realised, we're already in the wall. And that'd be us out of the GP. So we have to retire from this session. It's a big disappointment for us. But that's not a good sign. As soon as you get a little bit of understeer, you're in the wall.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was.
And this will be the end of the results.
Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve
Valtteri
this win?
Bottas wins. Congratulations to him.
Played quite a large role, and I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Well, often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Nico Hülkenberg's clean driving throughout the event.
Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
So finishing first, we had Valtteri Bottas, second Charles Leclerc, third Max Verstappen, fourth Sebastian Vettel, fifth Lewis Hamilton, sixth Alex Albon, seventh is my teammate Sainz, eighth is Perez, ninth is Kimi Raikkonen, 10th is Stroll, 11th is Hülkenberg, 12th is Ricciardo, 13th is Kvyat, 14th is Gasly, 15th Romain Grosjean, 16th George Russell, 17th Kevin Magnussen, 18th Giovinazzi, and 19th Kubica, and then the own DNF is myself, would be out, and real disappointment for the team. So race director. So altogether 4 pit stops. I went soft. First lap incident, so people couldn't make the softs last, so they went on to the mediums because they didn't have any more. Verstappen went for, so incidents. Bottas had one for causing a collision with Hamilton, and Hamilton had one for causing a collision with Bottas, and there was just me causing a collision with Russell, Perez, exceeding track limits twice, collision again with George Russell, and then terminal damage on lap 37. So that's not very clean driving for me either. I do feel like I can do a bit better than that, but unfortunately I did get a DNF, and that will be the end of the live stream. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you are new. Sorry I haven't been uploading, just been really busy. I'm going to see if I can do another one like this, maybe in a little bit, or maybe in the upcoming more days. So you guys just make sure you comment down below as well, because I've not been seeing in the comments any comments about the videos and what you guys want to see next, so just make sure you do that. And until next time guys, peace out.